Leo, hey there, gorgeous. Melissa here. Oh my God, do I have my phone? Who am I? Where am I? Let me just make sure that I'm a couple minutes early anyway. So let me just make sure that we have volume and that I'm live and that I'm in the right reading. So it's going to be a funny little nightly if this is your real name. Okay, we are in the Leo reading. So we are here to check in on your love life, Leo. My name is Melissa, going to be your tarot card reader, also known as the Taropist. Anything that you would like to know or would need to know about myself or this channel, you can either find in the About section, the description box below, or the community tab of my channel, as well as my website. You will also, that which is where you'll also book personal readings, is what I'm trying to say. That is www.thetarotist.com. That's three W's and .thetarotist.com. And let's see what else. The personal readings. Hey. The personal readings are currently open to the public. Okay, so those aren't always open to the public. They are, however, always open to channel members. If you'd like to look into the details of becoming a channel member, you can either click the join button next to the subscribe button or the first link in the description box below. If you're not already subscribed, please don't forget to do that before you head out, as well as tap that little like button if you do in fact resonate with this reading or just my style, or just feel like you'd like to get this content out to other individuals. Okay, Leo, let's get into your love life. I think we've talked about me enough. We're going to actually start with these, whatever these are, romance angel cards. And then we will get some tarot as well. We'll check out your energy, the person that you have in mind's energy, as well as a potential outcome. I'm going to put this over here. Sorry if that was loud, but I want it out of my way and in my face. Okay. So let's get after it. We're going to get some romance angels here. And again, then we will check out the tarot as well. My eyes are shut. So thank you so much, Leo, for those of you who are just here viewing my content. I really do appreciate the engagement, whatever that is for you, even if it is just a view or a like or a subscribe, or for those of you who have donated and contributed in any way, book personal readings, things like that. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. I really do. All right. So let's see. We've got right out the gate very soon. I really like the sound of this, Lee. I'm not a patient girl, so very soon always sounds good to me, but it does ask you to clearly decide what it is that you want before, it's like, I almost feel like there's something in your life that you think you want. Okay. Wedding, worth the wait or worth waiting for. Okay. Divine timing is at work, but it does say very soon. So I like those. Like, I don't love that card right by itself, but it says very soon here. But I feel like it has been a long wait because it's with the very soon and worth waiting for. So I feel like there has been a long wait here. A wedding could be somebody you're already married to or that you're going to be married to. Let's get more from the tarot. Oh, thank you, honey. I appreciate that. I really appreciate you. So you got the Page of Wands here in your energy, Leo. And let's get more. We got the Queen of Pentacles in their energy. I love the Queen of Pentacles. Does feel marriagey, okay, or at least a long committed relationshipy. And the Five of Wands that might be on a separation at this time. Very soon, worth waiting for. We're going to get more, though. The Wheel of Fortune here is the overarching energy. It's a major arcana. B, it's the Wheel of Fortune. In the overarching energy of a love connection, it means it's a true, deep spiritual connection. And also that the wheel, maybe it's felt like things have been off or things haven't been working smoothly with the Five of Wands and the potential outcome. I feel that. Now, I'm just going to say, because I haven't clarified everything, that this Wheel of Fortune may be, separate. Like, you may be kind of falling into all that's meant for you in this world, and things might really start shifting in your favor outside of this connection. But we're going to get more on everything and clarify everything. At this time, it does feel a little separated for sure. So the Page of Wands, I feel like, is about you kind of taking time or stepping away from a connection that maybe has been around since the dawn of time. It doesn't have to be this way, by the way. It just could be in life in general. This doesn't have to be somebody that you are coming back to, or this is a lifelong connection. This could definitely be, for a lot of you, I do feel that way, by the way. I just feel that energy. But this could be a brand new person that you're going to come into connection with by way of you really taking the opportunities that are handed to you by the divine, or taking inspired action is really what I'm getting, taking on adventures that without letting fear stop you and things like this. Let's get more on your energy though. The Death card, yeah, because I think you've gone through a transformation that has caused you or inspired you, and I do feel like it was a connection ending, if I'm not going to lie. So regardless of if this is that person or somebody else, I do feel like you've come to the end of a connection that has really pushed you into a space where you had no choice, but the discomfort made it like gave you no choice but to really take inspired action towards things, because it's like, this is how we actually kind of step out of the mundane life, is by kind of running into a connection or something that's so painful, losing a job, even a tragic accident, things like this, where we realize life is too short and we must take inspired action towards the things that our heart is calling us to, because we have no idea when our last day is. It's kind of what I'm getting here with the Death card. And I'm not saying there's not, like, I'm not seeing death in the future here. It's about a transformation, and it's by way of, it's really about a death of that person that wasn't living their life for them. Okay. And I do feel like you were not living your life for yourself. And I do feel like that this transformation, again, by way of some unwelcomed change, it feels like a marriage ending or separating at least, or a long relationship. Could be a job, but I'm getting love. We're in a love reading. Hey, J-Dubs. So usually it's an unwelcomed change, something that we weren't ready for. We're never really ready for change. It's similar to death. We're never really ready to let go of things that we feel like we're connected to still, or that we love. And usually in this transformation situation, it takes something away, or it changes something about our life, or it takes away our ability to kind of keep a facade on that we thought we were comfortable with. But we find out once we actually go through the transformation and have this rebirth, that we have not lived a day in our life until now. Okay. So that's what I'm getting. You're finally living your life for you, and just in general living, it feels like you're finally living. Two of Swords in your energy as well. Okay. Two of Swords and the Five of Wands. It does look like a change you fought. You fought to the fullest. You might still be in the middle of fighting. Okay, honey? So either a connection that's being separated or broken up. Doesn't really matter what this change in your life is. You can relate it to the energy however you want to. But I do feel like you've been fighting it, not just for a little while. I feel like you've been fighting this for a very long time, because you're afraid of rejection, of failure, of being alone, being on your own. Can you do this life on your own? I feel like you were in either a marriage or even just a codependent family, like you maybe just had kids, even that you were just so, this is wonderful. I'm a mom too. I said too, like, you are a mom. I don't know if you're a male or a female, but I do feel like there's something that you were connected to, either children, which, by the way, I don't think you've disconnected from them by any means, but they might be out of the house now, and you might not know, this might have been the unwelcomed change where you've been kind of forced to find yourself, that you've been able to kind of avoid you for a long time. Something, a marriage or children or some situation has allowed you to avoid needing to find yourself for a long time. And you've been fighting since whatever change has happened here. You've been fighting it, but I do feel like it's saying that you are close to, I'm sorry that I'm trying to keep this on love here, but I do feel like it's more about a rebirth or a falling in love with yourself. We're going to look at this love connection here. They got the Queen of Pentacles. Could be a Capricorn that you're dealing with. I feel like it's work that it's talking about. Again, I'm going to keep it on love for now, but it could be somebody that you work with the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Definitely somebody who works a lot. Definitely somebody who's focused on business or mastering themselves. Maybe they focus on work because they doubt themselves. I want to get the rest of this reading, because I don't know if this is the ex you're needing to let go of. It almost feels that way. I feel like I just feel like two people that weren't really in love, if I'm not going to lie to you, or at least didn't know who, didn't fall in love with themselves before you guys came into this connection together. And it just kept, I'm getting, eating away at each other, feeling like you didn't like each other even more and more every day, which is, it's like wasn't really each other that you were resenting. It was the fact that you weren't enjoying life. You weren't doing what you wanted to do or what you loved doing. The Queen of Swords could be a Libra or a Capricorn or a Scorpio. Yeah, honey, I think this is a marriage that's broken up, might already be broken up. And I feel like it got a little hasty, painful. I feel like you're fighting the connection leaving or fighting them. And the end result here is the 5 of Wands into the 8 of Cups. A fight that leads to you guys walking away. I do feel like that might need to be healed, but the first things first is that you need to really start taking inspired action towards whatever it is that feeds your soul. And let me just get more on the outcome here. I don't think this is coming back around. Originally, that was what the feeling that I had gotten. The Wheel of Fortune is about really when you start to take inspired action. I'm getting like a divine orchestration of this connection ending, right? I need to heal here with the 4 of Swords in the end. And it says the life that you're about to come into because you're walking away from a situation. I think they might have left, to be honest with you, but maybe not. It doesn't matter who left who. I think 2 people that weren't in love decided that it wasn't going to work, or they couldn't make it work, or that I think you guys decided that you felt like you hated each other, but you really just hated yourselves for not doing what you felt like you wanted to do. Maybe even for not leaving them a long time ago. But it does say here, yeah, it just feels really owie and painful and hasty, and it's asking you to try to mend this situation so that you can really come into. I feel like you won't be able to take on these new adventures. I feel like you have you're being kind of inspired to do things. I'm getting Stella got her groove back kind of vibes. You're being maybe inspired to go on vacation. I feel like this needs to be mended between. I feel like that's what it's asking you to do here. Is really heal it. Not to come back together and be together. I feel like there's a need to heal. I feel like things got really ugly and nasty, and I feel like there's so many things going on. I feel like heartbreak from not knowing how to handle being apart from somebody that you were with for so long. And I think mostly you guys are both feeling terrible about the way things ended, because I feel like it ended really nastily with the 5 of Wands twice here, and the Queen of Swords and their energy, the Knight of Swords and the outcome. Just feels like a lot of kind of like stingy words and nasty things that were said. And I want you, if you don't mend this with them, I want you to acknowledge for both of your sake, that the reason why this didn't work is not because, I feel like you started to resent each other because you weren't honoring yourselves. That's our fault. We like to blame the rest of the world for why we're so miserable a lot of the times. But the truth is we're not honoring ourselves. Okay. And the only person who can make the decision to honor ourselves by leaving a connection that we're uncomfortable leaving because we know it, but we already know we're not in love with them, but we either feel obligated falsely to somebody and because we're either letting a piece of paper tell us how to live our lives, or a commitment that we made to somebody when we were way too young to make a commitment, or because we are terrified of being alone. In either case, we are the only ones who are responsible for making decisions in our life. Okay. And I do feel like it's saying here, if you can mend this with them, hopefully with them, the Wheel of Fortune is shifting in your favor. And I feel like it's going to be followed by a lot of new inspirations. You're going to, again, I'm getting like Stella got her groove back vibes, male or female, doesn't matter. And I feel like even a soulmate is ahead here. I feel like it's saying this isn't going to take very long if it's done correctly. And I just feel like it's asking you to, no more hasty words, because that literally just hurts you. It's not going to hurt them anyways. I mean, it will. It's hurting you. I think you guys are both being hasty at this time, or being nasty, and I'm getting going back and forth with each other, going like who has the best comeback kind of thing. But it's not little comebacks. It's like life altering. You knew the darkest shit about them. They knew the darkest shit about you. And you guys are throwing that in each other's faces kind of shit is what I'm getting here. Feels really painful. And I feel like it needs to be mended so that you can actually come into the best part of the rest of your life. I do feel like it was, again, if you can acknowledge that the reason why you were so resentful of them is because you thought they were somehow stopping you from being happy, but it's actually you that never walked away to live your life or honor yourself or do the things. Even you could have done that in the relationship. Just honor yourself, go to wherever you want to go, go vacation, don't work so hard. Really, we have to make the decisions in our life to live the life that we want to live. And if we're not happy, it's because we're not making a decision to do something different, right? I'm getting a lot of messages for myself here, just so you know, I'm not preaching to the choir here or something. I'm listening to the messages that are coming through me as well, because I think I needed to hear them as well. So if you're doing anything in your life that makes you miserable, and what we do is we'll continuously do this thing that makes us miserable, and then we'll blame the thing for us being miserable. And it's like, wait a minute, we chose to do the thing that makes us miserable. I don't care. We tell ourselves it's because we have to. We've got to feed our children. We have to go to a 60-hour-a-week work week with a boss that treats us like shit. No, we don't. We really don't have to. We have to make a better choice. We are just afraid that we're not good enough to find something better. There is something better out there for all of us at all times. But there, it takes effort, and it takes kind of like sometimes we have to take risks. But most of all, acknowledging that we are the ones who makes decisions for ourselves in our lives, unless we are actually chained up or locked up. We've got to make better choices for ourselves if we want a better life. Okay, we've got to do the things that make us happy, including walk away from connections that we're not happy in. Okay. Sounds like you did. I mean, it looks like you did do that, but it is looking like you're having a hard time letting it go, in a sense of, I feel like you're still feeling like everything's their fault. And I feel like they feel like everything's your fault. And that's just actually how it feels when you're in this connection, right? Because nobody told us that, oh no, we just have to choose better for ourselves. At least nobody ever told me this. We just have to actually choose. Like it's our fear that's stopping us from doing everything we ever wanted to do in this lifetime. Yeah, it really is our own fear of rejection, failure, whatever it is. So there's a need to really step out of a comfort zone here and take inspired action towards the things you're being called to. And I feel like there's a need to mend this and let them know that this was a mutual. We weren't doing what we needed to do to honor ourselves, and we ended up hating each other for something that we really were. It was ourselves we hated. Okay, I'm gonna cry. Okay, I'm sorry about that, but because it does feel super sad and painful, and I feel like this is even somebody like that. Maybe you have kids with them, and or maybe it was just kids. Maybe there was no relationship there, and it just feels like you haven't honored yourself in far too long. But I feel like it's time, and I not only feel like it's time, but I feel like the wheel is going to start shifting one little honor at a time. You know what? I'm scared to do this, but I'm going to do it because I want to do it, and I'm done letting whatever reasons I'm lying to myself about in my head stop me from going to do something that I want to do. I don't have enough time. I don't have this. It's all fear. It's all fear. So I love you so much. Honor yourself. And I feel like I need to mend that. Then the 5 of Wands popped out again. So just, you don't have to go too far with it. You could write a letter. You could talk to them. You could literally just mend it energetically if you don't feel like you could talk to them. But I would say no more fighting. Hey, Coop. Oh, baby, me too. I hear you. Oh, it hurts so bad. There's so much pain out there right now. And I'm so sorry. And I love you. And I'm sending you healing prayers and vibes, and you're going to get through. And really what we got to do, the way we heal ourselves, is by stepping into the things that we want in our lives, by going for those things without letting fear stop us. Okay, whatever those are, silly little things, riding your bike to the beach every morning by yourself. It's it doesn't sound exciting, but it is so nourishing. Things that nourish your soul, your spirit, your body. That's how we love ourselves, and that is how we mend these situations, and how we come into healthy, loving connections. I love you, and I will see you guys over on the other reading, whatever that is, if you're over there, Virgo. Otherwise, I will see you guys very soon. Coop, there was an all signs reading that I did. If you missed it, and I will see you soon. Thanks for being here, and I love you so much. Mwah.